Man, what a year it's been. And I'm so grateful and so blessed for what has happened this whole year. So the motto of this year was 2023, treat it as if I was 23. And the meaning behind that was because when I was 23, that was my golden year, my golden birthday. And I did a bunch of traveling, didn't have to worry about a lot of stuff, just traveled, did my job, made that money, and, be happy. This year did treat it like that, 2023, did a lot of traveling, but, it was a lot of woo this year, but by far, I want to say, great year. So to recap, I started this, again, YouTube, in January. And the way I started this year was like a nature trip for myself. And I think I'm going to try to do that again this year. Might be in the middle just because how my schedule worked out. But by any means, I will try to do another nature one-on-one myself. Not sure if I will record that one. We'll see. I kind of want to take a little break from social media and see how that goes. But I'll see how I feel. Maybe I'll, instead of using my phone, I'll use another device because I do want to keep just my phone away for that trip. So recap, that's what I did in January. February was, food finds, and I did some raves. March was Tennessee and Cali. So that was awesome. That was my birth month. March is my birthday month. April was a bunch of, family celebrations and other golden birthdays. April was also one of my biggest achievements, this beautiful place, and I am very blessed and grateful for my brother for that. He was my realtor. But yes, this happened in April, and man, it has been one of the things that I believe that also helped me have a great year. I am grateful for this space. May, I think it was just, calming time. I just got this place, had to, make that money. But then again, I was like May, June, and a bit of May and June was when I had that little stressor of trying to get certification for work. So it was just study, which is good because learning is always great. So that was during that period. July, I went back to Cali again. I love Cali. And I found out, this is further more into the year, in October, I'm gonna speed a bit, that the company that I work for, because I didn't want to transfer into Cali, but the facility closed down, so that was a knockoff for me. But everything happens for a reason. I am meant to stay in Chicago for a reason. But that was it. So July, August. Oh my gosh, I forgot about Minnesota. I went to Minnesota, but when was that? May. Oh, because May I went to ASIN. I met a friend at ASIN. So then we went to Minnesota. Yeah, that happened. Because I remember in the August catch-up, I did mention that I made a new friend, and we went to go visit him. So that happened too. Wow. And I was studying during that process. So that was during June. During Pride time. Okay, cool. So that was that. Wow. A lot has happened. I think that was that. August, September was like that period of me also saving up, because October was one of my I've traveled out of the country alone. I've gone to England and Amsterdam. But this one, the road trip that I took in October to Cali from Yosemite to San Diego was one of my, I would say, another craziest things I've ever done. And that there again, I'm grateful to God for the guidance and the protection, and that the angels He has sent me to be safe. And during the trip, going there in one piece, being on the road, and just coming back home alive, and just I'm always grateful right there. But that one was also one of my greatest, I would say, achievements, accomplishments, of doing a road trip alone. And wow. And just doing everything, and getting in touch with like the nature, and meeting up with friends in pieces, enjoying the nature and chaotic parts, the peace and the chaotic. It was just amazing. Will I do it again? Of course I would do it again. I would recommend to do a trip solo. It doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have to be, out of the state. Just drive out. If you're here, just drive out to Starved Rock or to Galena. October was amazing. One of my favorite months. And then after that, settled down. And then November was that spontaneous trip to Seattle. And that was meeting Babish too. How can I forget that? Meeting Andrew, Benjamin Babish. And then when I went to Seattle, I met freaking Joshua Wiseman, also a YouTuber chef. And that was awesome too. Funko headquarters was amazing. And then, the museums, and facing the fear of, going in the needle and stuff like that. So I think I'm getting better with heights. Roller coasters I can do as a piece of cake. And then zip lining was last year, but I feel like I need to try that again to, get a little more comfortable. Because I know we did, when we were in Minnesota, we did SpongeBob's, Davy Jones, the Flying Dutchman's, like, I don't know if it was like if you call it a jungle gym, but it's, you put a harness on and you gotta climb up, and it's just you look down and you have to, that's where I get like a little panicky, but I'm getting there. So, I did a lot of the facing of the fears thing here. I recorded a spider. Don't really like that. So, getting better. But November, December, just after that, toned down. Enjoyed, time with family and friends. And it's time to figure out what next year brings, or what I want to do. And I believe what I want to do is the same thing I did this year, but more. Don't have because I want this to be as authentic as it can be. Do have this. Let's go down this. So for next year, I for sure need to get my passport renewed. I did mention I wanted to do out-of-country trips next year, and Switzerland is definitely on the list. I really want to go there. Not 100% sure if I'll be able to. We'll see. It all depends on when I get the passport. But next year, my family and I are trying to do something different for Christmas. And Mexico came up, so it's either Switzerland or Mexico, because it's during the holiday times, and that's how I would have to choose, just because of work, but that's fine. Or I can figure it out and work it out. We'll see how that happens. That'll go. The Bahamas also came up with a family member, so that's another reason I would need my passport. Never gone to the Bahamas, but I'm not a big fan of cruises. I've never done a cruise, but I am not fearful, but more, I guess so. I don't know, I've never really done a cruise, and I do get, you know, seasick, motion sickness, but you know, they say you don't feel it. But that's a maybe if I can find someone to go with. If not, I can go alone, because I have no problem doing that. But it's more, but you know, that is okay too. Gotta work hard for the money. A goal of mine is to actually visit all 50 states. And that's kind of tough because I enjoy going to Cali and Florida because of Disney, but I have to focus on, you know, visiting, like what I want to do in these states. So the ones I have on the list for sure next year I want to go to is New Orleans. I really want to experience Mardi Gras. I don't know why I want to. I just want to. I just want to feel how the festivals are, and the chaoticness of joy and happiness, and you know, I just want to experience that. Arizona I've always wanted to go to. I've always wanted to go to Sedona, get in touch with the nature and all that stuff. I know my parents done it, and I really want to do it, especially like ride an ATV or something like that. The Dakotas, I definitely want to do South Dakota. I just want to see Mount Rushmore, because my parents did that when I was young, and I wasn't there because I was in Mexico. So I kind of want to do that, and want to kind of like camp as well, but we'll see how that goes. I just want to visit Mount Rushmore, and then I want to, you know, check out like the native area. Kentucky is a random one, but I do want to go to Kentucky. There is a Noah's Ark museum, if I should call it that. Fact check me if you want to in the comments. But that is something I am interested in checking out. But so far, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 states, and how many did I do this year? California, Minnesota, Tennessee, Washington. So I think it is doable for me. I have Canada on the list just because it's just up there, and I feel like that could be another easy, quick trip. So we'll see how that works, again, with the passport. But otherwise, those are some of the big travel goals that I have for next year. Personal goals for next year, keep the same thing, stay on this healthy mode, probably get more muscle. It's kind of hard because I love food, and this page is all about food, travel, and adventure. But I can totally do it. You must will it. It will be yours, and I will the blessings. Otherwise, I just gotta read more books. I got to a lot last year. I'm gonna keep that going. Keep reading. What else? Personally, I gotta. Oh, definitely. I have to continue Japanese languages. Because 2025, I do plan on going to the Asia countries, so Japan and Korea. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, just take it day by day. But like I said, this year has been great. Been blessed with more than I could have asked for this year, and it's I am a loss of words right now, but I just gotta keep it going. I every day and any time I see the angel numbers, I do a quick prayer. And people want to know how I got to being the way I am. And this is more personal, not more towards like the travel, but I think it kind of, you know, goes into how I am so free, I guess. But it's just like I said, you know, I am here kind of like a mixture of YOLO, but you live every day. So you only live once, but we're living every day. So we have to experience the joys and what we just have to experience and enjoy and be grateful for the life God has given us. And yeah, and I think that's how I can say it. I always, you know, grateful. I always say, you know, thank you. I'm thankful for my parents. I'm thankful. And this is something that I am going to continue doing. I would write it another for next year, and I have to try harder. You have a book, or in your planners. There's like a spot in the notes where it has, you know, the day of, you know, the date, and just be grateful or like say something for the day. So like example, January 1st, just be like, I am thankful I made it another year. Or it can be like, it's just simple things. Thank you for my family. Thank you for my friend. You know, just stuff like that, and just write it every day. And it's hard because it's 365 things. And I think I only made it into 2 months, but then instead of writing it, I started just doing it verbally, but I kind of want to do both. Oh yeah, another goal I have for next year is that I am going to intern at a farm. I want to intern at a farm, and I know I can make this happen. It's already in the works. We just have to figure out the date. This might happen in April or May, but yes, I'm going to intern at a farm. I want to learn about, learn. So I am pretty excited for that. I hope that happens. I am on that 95% sure it's going to happen. We just need the date. I can't wait to, feed the chickens, grab the chickens' eggs, and see what else it has to offer. Put my feet in the soil. That was something that they mentioned, to get in touch and ground with the earth. So pretty exciting stuff. I can't wait for that part. But yes, that is something definitely I will film. And then me wanting to do also Twitch, because I like video games and stuff. I have a lot of goals I have a high expectations for myself, and that's probably why I just get like overwhelmed. But I want to do it, and I know I can do it. Especially it's things that I love to do. It's like, why, like, do things that I love, and it could help me make income. So that's where I'm at. But thank you guys for following me. I just spat out a whole bunch, but thank you guys for following me. I'm so grateful. I hope this year was well for you too, and may it continue on into the next year. Thank you for following me on Instagram. I am so grateful for the love that I get, and when it does, when I notify y'all that I'm taking a break, and I get all these messages, she's like, I'm gonna miss your content, I'm gonna miss your stories, like seeing your post brightens my day. I'm gonna miss, like, that is what I'm like. Thank you so much. I am so happy that my presence, my energy is bringing your energy on a high. But right now, myself, I know that I am at a good level. I need to bring it much higher. And that's because, once again, on a personal level here, I fight myself in my mind, but I gotta get better at that. So that's why I need to take like a social media breaks, and I'm unsure if I want to record that trip, Anyway, coming back. Yes, thank you guys for following me. Very appreciative. Let me know what you'd like to see next year, what states you've gone to, or any recommendations for Arizona, South Dakota, Kentucky. What else did I have on here? New Orleans. New Orleans is the one that's coming up closer, so in February, we'll see. But yes, let me know. Hope 2024 brings much more. Didn't mean for that to rhyme, but we'll see. Thank you guys so much for watching. Con mucho amor. 사랑해요. Skite. Love. Z. Out.